Today's topic is how to increase stamina or conditioning. Now here's something that not everyone talks about. In fact, it's quite uncommon. Stamina for what you're doing it's highly specific. A while ago I worked up to doing 300 kettlebell snatches in 10 minutes. Very fast paced. Basically an all-out sprint for 10 minutes straight. It was not easy to do. It took incredible conditioning to be able to do that. Had I gone running at the time, I would have done okay. I wouldn't have done, even though my endurance for that event was the best it had ever been, and I did something that very few people in the world can do, very few. My run wouldn't have been better than it was before. Why? Because I wasn't practicing running at all at that time. And stamina is very specific to what you're doing. The reason for this is because you need to learn how to relax your body. That is the key to greater stamina, is when you are relaxed in your body, whatever you're doing, you're able to run in a relaxed way. When doing this kettlebell snatch or doing kettlebell swings, anything, you need to be explosive in the movement to some degree, but for the most part, you're learning how to relax, be as efficient as possible. This is going to allow you to go longer time and also to be able to go faster. So, how do you actually work to do this? By practicing, working on whatever you are specifically doing. If you do that, you learn how to relax in it, you learn how to become more efficient, which can also be improvements in technique, then you're going to be able to increase your stamina greatly. That is a huge thing. Yes, there is some, base of conditioning and lung power. You could look at your VO2 max, but that's the thing. It doesn't matter, or it really matters how you're actually going to test this, because if you're inefficient at one movement and efficient at another, you're going to reach that maximum capability much faster in something that you're inefficient in. You're going to be able to go longer and to perform much better at something you're efficient in. So whatever you're looking, this can be, if you're trying to run a marathon, reduce your time, or maybe it's just a mile and reduce your time. Practice specifically at running. Now there are certain things you can do that will help you to do that. The more efficient you'll be is actually working with some sprints. Even for these longer duration things, that helps your body to pick up more speed. You can be able to then keep that same speed, not that same speed, but a little bit more speed in a more relaxed manner, and that can actually dramatically help to bring down those longer run times. Of course, you're going to need to be able to go for those period of time, so you can't just do sprints and expect to go out and do a marathon. You do need to practice specifically at whatever you're working for. With the kettlebell, because of its athletic ability, the swing and the snatch, the cleans, all those movements, it has this athletic capability to it that translates to a lot of other activities. But you put this in with some other circuits, some bodyweight exercises maybe, or barbell complexes, all sorts of things. What you're doing is going to be quite specific. So that's one reason you may want to, with your strength training and your endurance training, mix up what you do for your endurance quite a bit more. This allows you to hit and cover a lot of bases so that you're not really specific what you're doing. But if you're trying to get better for one thing, then definitely practice that specifically. Work on becoming more efficient just by working on it. That's exactly what you're going to be able to do. If you're looking to have more stamina for general activities, sex for instance, then specific practice there too will help. But just getting in better shape and all that, which you can do through proper strength training, through proper conditioning exercise, working with some different variations, it's all going to translate to some degree to these different activities. So, to recap, whatever you're working on, specifically work on that. That's going to be your best thing, because you must learn how to relax and be efficient in those movements. And that is how you're going to be able to have great increases in your stamina and your capabilities of what you can do.